I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. In Esther chapter 6, verse 13, Zeresh and the wife of Haman and the wise men told Haman that Mordecai that you are fighting, if he is of Jewish stock, that you cannot defeat him. And in fact, you will fall before him. You will come to a ruin. Haman was a descendant of King Agag. King Agag, 500 years ago, had a conflict with Saul, who was a Benjamite or a Jew. And there was another incident before then, when the children of Jacob, Israel, were coming out of Egypt. Without provocation, the Amalekites attacked the children of Israel, and God put enmity between the Amalekites and the Jewish people forever. And so many years later, when Saul did not destroy Agag, God was angry with him. And so many years later, Haman, a descendant of Agag, was now plotting to destroy Mordecai because he was not bowing down before him, and his race, including Esther, that were Jewish people. And Haman's plot backfired. And he, one way or the other, eventually lost his life, and his plots failed. He suffered loss. And I don't know, remember October 7th and what is happening in Gaza and Iran and the Houthis and Hezbollah. I detest the death of Palestinians, the starvation and all that. But there are historical precedents, religious, spiritual precedents that seem to play themselves out from generation to generation. The Palestinians should not have attacked Israel on October 7th. Is it 2023 now? They shouldn't have done that. Look at the losses and the consequences, including Iran, the Houthis in Yemen, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and all that. Now, don't attack people that have not offended you, that have not harmed you, particularly those who have brought you into their household and shown you love and shown you favor. You will not do well. You will not do well. There are some people, touch not my anointed is not the person that poured oil on his head, or the one that wears collar that they call reverend and all that. There are some people who are instrument of fulfillment of purpose actualizers, divine purpose actualizers. Don't fight them. If you fight them, you will never do well. If you betray them, you will never do well. And particularly when you are under their authority, when you have entered under their authority, subjected yourself to their spiritual, financial, political, and you betray them, you will never do well, particularly if that person is a spiritual person. If you marry into such families as a man, I don't know, God has a way of handling women. If you marry into such a family as a man, and then you want to misbehave, and then you want to take their love and their generosity and their benefactory tendency towards you for granted, to ruin that family, you will be ruined. I have seen it over and over. If you walk under a man of God, or you are under his authority, please try as much as possible to play your role without antagonizing him or her. If you don't want, stay outside his authority. Go away, clean. I've seen those who broke people's churches. They seem to have flourished, but pain and disaster never left their lives. I've seen them in old age scandals and disaster and stagnation and obscurity. I've seen it over and over. I've seen people who are under a leadership and decided to fight the leadership, gossip the leadership, insult the leadership. They never did well, as much as you are under their authority. If you are not under their authority, you are in a different denomination elsewhere. There nothing concerns you once you are under their authority. So I've seen people who were given businesses to run. The Bible says, if you cannot run another man's business well, tell me who will give you your own. Remember the parable of talents? The servant that buried his talent brought the same talent up. He had integrity, but he was unproductive. He was an accuser of the owner of that business falsely, that he was a hard man. He reaps where he does not sow. Why did you not resign? Why did you remain? Why did you take the talent? Why didn't you tell him you will not use? The Bible says that he should be thrown into where there is weeping and gnashing of teeth. So when you see people who are gnashing their teeth throughout life, they have had an opportunity to manage another person's business. They refuse to manage it well, so they don't get help. Why is it that people who come under somebody's leadership, who they bring in into their system, into their families, into their cycle, they give them love, attention, and then they attack? Why do they suffer throughout life? Number one, they have this impulsive tendency. Number two, they talk without reasoning. Number three, they are insatiable in the business of that person, or in the ministry of that person, or in the family of that person. If you have done very well on your own, you didn't need to be under this person. You don't know what the person is going through. You are not ready to follow the principles to reach where he is, and then you want to bring the person down. You want to destroy the person. It no go better for you. It will not work out well for you. I have traced them from generation to generation. I've seen that it does not augur well for such people. They go through life painfully. Let me just say this. There are some women who some men messed up when they were young. I know. I've been in this earth for a little while. I know men who messed up the lives of some young girls, scandalized them. humiliated them. When these girls were giving them their hearts, giving them the best out of life. I know 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they messed up, and these girls wept and swore. I know such men. I know them. A lot of them have suffered throughout life. I know the ones who didn't have children. I know the ones who didn't have stable marriages. I know the ones who had disasters, because women, they are very special in the hands of God. Be very careful. And we are going to see a few years from now the effect of two things. One, this internet fraud. Three things. Internet fraud. We are going to see the consequences. There are going to be people who will beg to eat sand because of the fraudulent ways through which they got their money. Another thing that is going to happen is among religious leadership. A lot that are presently tricksters, false prophets, manipulators that seem to be flourishing. They are in their 40s, 50s. 10, 20 years from now, you'll be shocked the way they will collapse upon themselves, because falsehood will not last forever. Falsehood will not last forever. The third one is all these criminal monies, ritual monies. This money na water, will they play, they show, and all this and all that. I'm seeing some in the Niger Delta here now. You will see what will happen. The mighty wind shall blow, and Tolo Yash go open. People will crash down. I've seen it before. And then all these individuals that are plaguing our nation politically, all those who are manipulating electoral results, all those who are strutting around like peacocks as if the future of this nation is in their hands. I remember the last person that made that statement. I know how he looks like today. I know what happened in his family. A lot of them, they are parading as if this nation is in their palms. Nigeria is bigger than you. There's a spirit in this country. It will catch up with them. You will see how they will end up disgracefully. Now, going back through history, all these monies you are accumulating for your children, they will lose all of them. I know what I'm talking about. I know big factories that were built, mansions that were built, properties that were bought, that were disputed, finally forfeited or sold by these children, and these children are nowhere. Children from poor families that built gradually eventually bought their father's houses and their businesses. This is why some people suffer throughout life. Be careful. Be careful. Let your hands be clean. Let those who go to equity must come with clean hands, and those who go to God must also go with clean hands. I remember Dr. Charles Apoki, the area grandfather. I have a webinar coming up on a few days from now. That's tomorrow, the 5th of September and the 6th of September. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62 to register. We have books and we have properties for sale. Send a message to the same number, +234 80 21 21 92 62. And we have another YouTube channel, Dr. Charles Apoki Extra. And we have, follow us on Facebook. You see a lot of wonderful podcasts that we do. God bless you.